Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special because today I am sharing with you two PNP draw results. And all these details, all the analysis will be there with you. But before that, a request. If you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. And please press the bell icon so that this video comes to you immediately when we upload. So without further delay, let's get started on today's important video, which is about two PNP draws. But before I tell you about two PNP draws, I want to tell you, because we are getting so many calls in our office and many of these calls are related to express entry. So still there is no express entry draw. Express entry draw was supposed to come last week, last Wednesday. It's complete 1 week. We have not got any information. So express entry draw, when it will come, no idea. But today we got this much information that IRCC acknowledged, yes, there was some technical glitch, and because of that technical glitch, the draw is delayed. When this will come, nobody knows. So, but acknowledgement is there that it is related to technical glitch. So, of course, we don't have the express entry with us. Then I have two PNP draws. So, talking about two PNP draws which came in yesterday. Yes, yesterday, December 13, two PNP draws came. So we will talk about two PNP draws. As I live in Ontario, so you know that Ontario has special liking for me, and that is the reason I will share first Ontario draw. So OINP, which is Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. So Ontario draw. But before I go and tell you about this draw, it is kind of essential to let you know about the categories of OINP, because then it will be easier for you to understand which category the draw is. So let's talk about the category first before looking at the draw results. OINP is basically divided into three categories. So the first category is called Express Entry Linked. Express Entry Linked is a category wherein you should have, rather you must have, it's a mandatory thing, you must have a profile in Express Entry, Federal Express Entry. And if you have a profile in Federal Express Entry, then only you can apply under Ontario Express Entry. So it is linked, Ontario Express Entry linked. The second category is Expression of Interest. If you are doing expression of interest, then you do not require a profile in express entry. The third category is entrepreneur category or business category. So these are the three big categories. Under these broad categories, what we are going to talk about is express entry linked. Under each category, there are many subcategories, but I am going to talk today about the express entry linked. Under express entry linked also, there are three subcategories. The first category, which is a big category, is called human capital. Human capital category, and under this tech category comes. So it's a very popular, well-known and big category, human capital. Human capital priority stream. So there is another category which is called as Ontario Skilled Trade. So Ontario Skilled Trade is a category for those people who do work with their hands, like plumber, electrician, baker, cook. So all these people, right, they are under Ontario Skilled Trade category. But I am not going to talk about these two categories. I am going to talk about a third category, which is called French Speaking Skilled Worker, FSSW, French Speaking Skilled Worker. So now that you know which category the draw comes, but let me first give you a quick explanation about what is FSSW. So what is FSSW? It is a French speaking skilled worker category which gives people who are dexterous in this category an option to live and work in Ontario. If you have a valid express entry profile, you will get notification of interest from Ontario. In your express entry profile, you will see if Ontario has nominated you, so they will send you the notification of interest, and once you get the notification of interest, you can apply online to Ontario government for permanent residence. If you are nominated, your next step is that you will apply through federal and they will make the final decision. So this is how FSSW category goes. There is one confusion which I have seen a lot of people have. They think that FSSW category is only for French people. They don't need to know anything else. No. Language is a very important criteria for this category. Definitely FSSW, you need to know French, and that too at a level of CLB 7. So you need to, just like IELTS, English test, or CELPIP, which is also an English test. In French, there are two tests which are there. You can do either of them, TEF or TCF, you can do those tests, and you need to score minimum CLB 7. But here is the catch. In addition to French, you should have at least CLB 6 in English. So not just French, English too. That is why a lot of people get confused. They think only French is required. No. In addition to French, English CLB 6 is required. There are other requirements also, like the requirement of level of education. You should be at least holding a bachelor's degree minimum, which is Canadian equivalent bachelor's degree, master's or PhD. That's bachelor's is minimum. Again, you should have an intention to live in Ontario and work experience of minimum 1 year of continuous full-time paid work experience in tier 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now here there is an issue. So many people still are not aware that NOC codes have changed to tier. So if you have not watched my video, you can watch my video NOC to tier. NOC codes have changed to tier code. It is a 5-digit code. Instead of NOC O, A and B, now it is tier 0, 1, 2 and 3. So these are the requirements. There are a couple of more requirements, like you should have a profile in express entry, you should have the settlement funds, but I am not going to talk in detail about that. So now let's move on to the draw. So this draw is conducted on December 13th. 13th December the draw happened. Important thing to look at this draw is that the notification which are issued, NOI, notification of interest, which are issued are 160. So 160 people are invited. So look at the CRS score. The CRS score is 341. So if you have even 341 CRS score, you can apply under this category. So now let's look at another important thing, which is snapshot. So snapshot tells you during the entire year how many candidates are called. So 6 draw Ontario has conducted under this category only, French speaking skilled worker. French speaking skilled worker, they have conducted 6 draws, and look at the CRS. The CRS is almost second lowest in this draw, 341. The lowest was September draw. So total under this category, Ontario has called 1,539 people. Just in this small category, they have called this much people. That is why I called Ontario engine of immigration. Yes, it is an engine of immigration. It calls maximum number of people. All provinces put together, still Ontario is higher. So let's move on to another province. We are jumping from east to west. So west side is BC. BCPNP draw. So you know by this time that BC conducts draw every Tuesday. Yes, every Tuesday BC conducts the draw, and yesterday was Tuesday. So BC conducted this draw, and you also know by this time, if you are watching my videos, that BC draw is always divided into two parts. One is general draw, and other part of the BC draw is a NOC specific draw. So the general draw which happened, they called 180 people in various categories. This draw includes the tech draw also. They exclusively do the tech draw too. Last draw, which was December 6th, I shared with you. December 6th was exclusively a tech draw. But this is a general draw. It includes tech also. And the other category is a targeted NOC specific draw. So this is targeted NOC specific draw. This information is here in the form of an analysis. So if you look at this analysis, you will find that total 216 people are called. Out of 216 people, 180 people are called under the general draw, and targeted draw 36 people were called. Out of these 36 people, 19 people are under early childhood educator category, ECE category, and 13 workers, healthcare workers are there. So healthcare workers are always in demand in all provinces. But BC has really strong focus. They always call healthcare workers. So other than that, veterinary doctors and animal health technologists. Always, if you watch the BC draw, you will see always they call this category. The reason why they call all these categories is because they have clearly mentioned on their website that they are called to call these people. So they have mentioned they are going to call the tech people, they are going to call healthcare people, they are going to call early childhood educators, and they are going to call veterinary doctors. So they have already mentioned on their website. You can see the snapshot from their website. Now let's have a final look at the snapshot, what the snapshot looks like. Snapshot is a complete picture of what happened during the year. So during 1 year, starting from January 2022 to December 2022, there could be 1 or 2 more draws, but for now, let's look at December 13th. So till December 13th, 6th was a draw, 13th was a draw. So 2 draws BC has conducted in month of December. Total, they have called 8,722 people. Massive number, 8,722 people. So here is details of those 2 PNP draws. If you want to discuss your own profile, your own case with us, you can book an appointment. Our email ID, address, phone number, everything is shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Lot of hard work and effort is put in by our team to bring these videos to you. So please consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.